I'm here every morning from 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for 2 hours of live stream writing accountability, where you can keep me in the background as sort of white noise as though we were in a digital shared workspace, or you can watch along, read along with me as I get my work done. Now, as I get going here, you're going to see that I work in a tabbed window, and that is intentional. My computer's getting up there in MacBook years, and I don't want to wear it out and cause it to split the stream at any point, particularly as it's getting archived on YouTube. And also, purpose number 2 for working in tabbed windows is that I have OCD, and I like to make sure that I'm getting my work done. And if I have the window with the chat in it open or in view while I'm working, I'm going to be paying attention to that and not working on my writing, which is supposed to be the priority for my morning writing. Which is why at the end of the 2 hours at 11 a.m., or 1 hour and 51 minutes, since I am a little late getting started today, I was printing something that I needed for my bullet journal. So that'd be 1 hour and 51 minutes in today. We'll be having our wrap-up chat, or the Share What You Did wrap-up chat, where I briefly summarize what all I get done during the 2 hours of the morning writing, in case you weren't watching and reading along. And then I respond to all comments made on both YouTube and Twitch, all comments in the chat on YouTube and Twitch that were made during the live stream, and anything that you may happen to share when it's at the time for the wrap-up chat. I'm just getting everything squared away here. So I got the chat window open to make sure that I don't lose a single comment from anyone. Make sure everything's all good to go over here on Twitch. Indeed. And now here to the work area. Well, first I have to finish this little thing that I was printing. You are my special. You are my favorite thing. No, that's not what I clicked, for Christ's sake. Oh, Christmas. Okay, fine. Sorry, what? No. This is supposed to be its own fucking thing. How do I edit the threads? Also, this didn't mute from this thread. There we go. Why is it? Seriously. So that's gotta get cleaned the fuck up. And that means that's gonna go happen with all the other sections. God damn. Stuck in my head now. Bad song to have stuck in the head. It's just silliness. Right. which is fine. Nope. Number list here. Ah, that's what I should have been doing. I should have made it much smaller so then I could see much. Would have made all this stuff so much easier. You see, when I remove from thread, Jesus Christ. You know what we're gonna do, Rose? No. Yes? Maybe? Freckle frats. How do we close up? Move from thread. Now we're gonna add two. One, three, five. What else is marked purple? That says 3 and 5. Son of a bitch. What is going on? Which means I'm gonna do this. For whatever reason, it doubled up on text boxes. There's no reason to have doubled up on text boxes. Come on, computer. That's so fucking weird that you would just do that without my permission. Good Lord. 2, 3, Arcathy, and if I say, oh good, who has that thread? Who is that? So dumb. Right? That's the end. But you were just... No. Haha. Rose. Rose. Pay attention to what you're doing. Takes as long as it takes. Good. That brings us to villainy and lack. Harkavy. Please to need me when I'm 64. children on your knee. Vera, Chuck, and Dave. Let's just get all the text into here, and then we'll go through and make it all pretty, and then we'll go through and we'll edit it so it's all friggin' correct. Linked to anything, therefore it doesn't hurt to have it here. And here. Aha. Then once I've got this all spaced out, then I'll add in the worksheets and decide end of chapter or interspersed. Or have the worksheets as a separate thing in case they just want to read the lessons. In which case, gotta make the lessons as detailed as possible. The exercises, the description for the exercises as detailed as possible. And I'm on day 86, so I have 14 days to do that. I'm cool. We got this. 50, 25, 15. Yep. You are special. Okay, goody. Shit. To feels the right time. FRIEND special. You are my friend. You're special to me. There's only one in this wonderful world. You are special. Did I already? 2021. Okay, so I'm on to 22. kidding me? That is ridiculous. How does that even fucking happen? Go. Not that that really matters, considering how this is going. Long one. Still have to write a farewell message. That's all said now, that'll be easier. All right. 50 gold Voltaire. Marion Brown 15. Right, 25 or so. And these special titles are in Alice. No more than 3 funds to a project, Rose. No more than 3 funds. Maybe. Reflective of this in 27, I should put the other bits. It's 25. Alright. Let's make things pretty. Right? 25. And they don't use italics. accessible to anyone other than me. The main section, right. And this space after paragraph, that is from the site. This here, okay. Good. This section that's gonna need to get cleaned up, spaced out, made purple, all the things, all the things. Okay. Listen, I wanted. Wait. Right. What's going on in here? Okay, so here we have lines 1. Here we have at least one. Bit. And I can adjust that spacing after I've done my initial run through edit. Okay. This is all squared away, except that these titles need to change. Do I want to be doing this? I don't. I do. I do. I do. Yeah, and then I'll mix in the worksheets with the larger book. And by mixing them in, help to introduce more of the whatchamacallit. That's a little terrifying. And that'll help balance it visually. I think. I could be wrong. I apologize. I did not see what time it was. Alright. Let's go ahead and get squared away so we can do our wrap-up chat. Thank you for joining me today. You know, I was a little late getting started, so it makes sense that I'd be a little late ending. Alright. So, in case you are new, welcome to the morning writing, 2 hours of live stream writing accountability, followed by our wrap-up chat. In the wrap-up chat, the Share What You Did wrap-up chat, I briefly summarize what I got done, in case you weren't watching and reading along, and then I go into YouTube and Twitch and respond to all the comments that happen to have been made during the live stream. And if you're here for the wrap-up portion and you want to type something into the comments now, go ahead and type something into the chat now, go ahead and do that. And if you're watching this as a replay, feel free to comment any questions, concerns, or what have you in the comment section below the video on YouTube, because there is an I am simultaneously webcasting on YouTube and Twitch, so all of these are getting archived into a playlist called 100 Morning Writings on my YouTube page, which you can find at bit.ly/R Rose, J Music. Alright, so brief summary of what I got done. Today I posted the claim narrateme to Inkshares, then I shared the new Inkshares chapter to the Facebook group. Then I buffered some of my Wonder Tales to post on Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn. Then I wrote my daily blog post for today as I try to figure out how the hell I feel about turning 30, which is the same as how I feel about being a whole day older. I'm a little older today. Okay. And then I went ahead and I worked on, and this is what I was working on when you found me. I was working on 31 Days of Narratemes, making that into a beautiful downloadable PDF that I can give people directly, because we are, let's see, today is day 86 of 100 Morning Writings. That means there's 14 days left to my Inkshares campaign. And as such, 100 days left to the Inkshares campaign means, 14 days left to the Inkshares campaign with only one sell, one pre-order, means it's not likely that I'm going to be making enough pre-orders for Inkshares to publish the guided journal. So I am getting it all set up myself. I'm up to 53 pages, and that's going to be longer because I'm going to have to space out the lessons more as I integrate the worksheets into the book to make sure everything lines up and is all hunkadory. And yes. So lots doing. And also I've renamed it from 31 Days of Narratemes. I'm in the process of renaming it and establishing it as The 4 Gifts You Carry. And So that's something I'm gonna have to let people know about in the next reader update. But that's my brief summary. So now I'm gonna go into the comments here on YouTube. Nothing in the chat. Cool beans. Let's also do a brief separate window check of my YouTube dashboard just to make sure that the YouTube video didn't split into multiple videos. It has not. Fantastic. So I'll just leave that window open. And Twitch, we have comments galore. Fantastic. Let's see what we got here. The Wolf Chicken says, morning, you don't write with music? I do not. I sometimes write with music. When I'm live streaming, I don't, because I don't want to. When I'm live stream my writing, I don't write with music because I don't want to infringe on anyone's music copyright by having it in the background of what I'm working on. And I don't want to get into the habit of doing that during the live streaming, especially if my channel on YouTube or Twitch happens to grow enough that I'm able to monetize those channels. I want to be in the habit of writing without music here. And even when I do write with music, the music has to be specially selected for that project, and it can't have lyrics to it, because just like I don't have the chat window open when I'm writing so that the words don't describe me, and I'm not usually in an actual shared workspace because other people talking would keep me from writing, I don't listen to music that has lyrics while I'm writing, because those lyrics would then be in my head and influencing what I'm writing, and that's not necessarily a good thing for my projects. It's good for brainstorming, listening to certain music. There's a small collection of songs by Florence and the Machine that I've listened to on repeat and repeat and repeat, because as I'm listening to that particular order of the songs that I put together myself, there is a story, there is a potential story there that I want to tell. There's a story that I want to tell that involves a Clockwork Heart, and it's a very exciting idea to me. So every now and then, when I just want to feel like I've watched the movie or that story, I'll listen to those songs. But I would never, even when writing that project, I would not work on that project while listening to those songs. I would listen to it, and then I would work, is how that would go. The Wolf Chicken says, what are you writing? 31 Days of Narratemes, a guided journal for questing the crap out of your daily life. And to be published as the 4 gifts you carry, because the 31 Narratemes, the most basic units of storytelling and narrative function, are split into 4 groups. And each of those groups represents a different gift that you could be given to quest your way through your life. So that's what I'm doing there. The Wolf Chicken. So eventually I think you will see this chat. So I am going to keep talking to you for a bit. Great. All right. So Wolf Chicken missed the part of the videos at the beginning where I do the spiel that says I don't look at the chat until the 11 a.m. mark. Wolf Chicken says, have you visited other writing streams? I have. Not as often as I would like, but that's also just because of my OCD and managing how much computer use how much I'm on the computer and on the internet during the day, in order to maintain my OCD, in order to manage my OCD, the anxiety involved, and also to keep myself from losing my productive energy by getting trapped into click holes, which is really, really easy to do for anyone, regardless of whether or not they have OCD. Wolf Chicken says, your channel seems new. Are you looking for people to hang out in your chat while you write, or is this just for you to pressure you into getting work done? Both. If you ever see the beginning and end spiel that I do for the morning writing, it goes a little something like this. This is not the wrap up. This is just me giving the spiel. Oh, good morning and welcome to Morning Writing. I'm Rose Music, your live stream writing accountability partner here every day from 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for 2 hours of live stream writing accountability, followed by a Share What You Did wrap-up chat. During these 2 hours of live stream writing accountability, you can feel free to keep me in a separate window, separate tab, as sort of white noise, as though we were in a digital shared workspace, or you can read along, watch along as I share my window with you as to what I'm doing. As you can see, while I'm working, I'm going to be working in tabbed windows, which means I'm not going to see the chat until the wrap-up portion, the wrap-up chat portion of the video, where I briefly summarize everything I got done and then respond to all the comments made in the chat on both YouTube and Twitch during the live stream. So that serves two purposes. One, working in tabbed windows keeps me from having too much stuff open on the computer, and my computer's getting older, so I don't want to do anything that's going to disrupt the stream. And two, I have OCD. I can't be looking at the chat and getting writing done. But live streaming means that there's just this little thought in my head that knows somebody could be watching, somebody could be reading, keep working. And so there is that accountability practice, that slight bit of pressure, but it's not the pressure of have to get this done. The only have to get this done pressure is the editorial calendar / publication schedule I designed for myself in my bullet journal. But I do enjoy when people end up in the chat and are interacting with each other and being able to see those things when it's time for this Share What You Did wrap-up chat portion. I got to do something about my border situation and the info here describing what happens in the morning writing. I need to find the right wording that is succinct and clearly lets people know that I'm not going to see their comments till the wrap-up chat portion, and have it situated in such a way that it's not too cumbersome in terms of the view that I've created with this gold border and the morning writing little blurb. As for the newness, I started on Twitch 50 days into my 100 days of morning writing. The first 50 days were just on YouTube. And then someone popped in on the chat on YouTube, and we had a nice little discussion about how the Twitch writing community in terms of live streaming is much more active on Twitch. And so I did want to finish out the log of 100 days of morning writing on YouTube, but I also wanted to get started and start getting my feet wet in the Twitch writing community, which you see the links at the bottom of the video on twitch.tv/roastermusic. I have creative as the game in play, and then I have 3 communities, #Twitch writers, writing, and creative writing. And I do click on those myself and go explore those sometimes when there's nothing else that needs doing in my day-to-day schedule or routines. The Wolf Chicken, I noticed that you don't have any links to a blog or published works. Have you thought about adding those? I'm still getting used to the technology. I do have a blog and I do have published works. If you go to inkshares.com, here, I'll share my screen with you right quick. If you were to go to inkshares.com/rose-music, because my name is my brand, you would find my current to-do list of books I need to finish writing. So Sally Forth is going to be my next priority project once I've finished up these 100 days. These 100 days are focused on 31 Days of Narratemes, which I'm currently turning into a PDF because it says here 15 days left. I actually calculated that, so it'd be 14 days, but they do a finicky thing with the calendars. Just drives me a little nuts. That's supposed to be 14 days. and only one copy is sold. So yeah, it's not going to publish on Inkshares, which is why I'm in these last few days of the 100 days working to make it into a PDF. And so then my next project is going to be Sally Forth. This is going to need a new cover. But Sally Forth is a young adult paranormal novel about sisters. Janie is 16, and in the first paragraph of the story, she gets beheaded by her sister so that she won't be turned into a zombie. And then her ghost is then haunting her sister, who is a zombie hunter. It's a zombie hunter in the sense that, you know, we have police officers and we have firefighters. Like, she's the zombie hunting equivalent of a firefighter. She shows up to work, she does the training stuff, she hangs out, and if there's a call, it's like, hey, we've got an attack over here, she goes out and she takes care of the zombies. That's her job. And her sister Janie was training for that job when she got zombied, but we don't know how or why, because she wasn't on a call when it happened. And they don't refer to them as zombies, they refer to it as revenants. It harkens to some really old, the way the zombies work in this world, in the world building that I've done, harkens to the original ideas of undead just kind of listlessly wandering around. Not the zombies that we have today. The zombies that we have today actually started in the 50s with some B-movie silliness about voodoo magic by people who clearly did not understand voodoo magic, but who had a romantic enough idea of it in their heads to, and then it just, the voodoo magic from the 1950s B-movies combined with the older revenant idea from the turn of the century, they got merged together, and then brain eating was added, and you have the zombies of today. So this is pre, in terms of the zombies that exist, they're not obsessed with brains, and they're not obsessed with eating people, but it's a defensive mechanism to bite, to slash out. So there's that project, and that's going to be my next one. And then this project, Seconds, is an epic poetry work that I work on a little at a time on the regular, because it's supposed to end up being 11 volumes long. And then this is my Wonder Tales project, which I have the about page is a list of links to where each of these stories is published. The Lion in Love is the one featured here, and then all the others that are currently published are either in EAP, the magazine, because I'm a contributing writer for that magazine, or they are on my SoundCloud account, because some of them are made for nice little ditties. So I do have to figure out how to properly link to my work for people to check it out on Twitch. But if you're watching on YouTube, you will find that in the info box below Morning Writing, there is a link to my website, better-storytelling.com, which I'm updating in order to make it a better directory to all my various projects. The Wolf Chicken, I found you in a writing Discord under the streamers tab. I used to stream writing under a different account name, but I stopped because it was difficult to write while streaming. Editing seemed easier for me, so maybe when I am ready to edit the next novel, I will stream again. Ooh, I look forward to that. I'm a little confused about how you say you found me. I found you in a writing Discord under the streamers tab. A writing Discord. I'm gonna have to look that up. But I am excited to hear about you getting on, and that was much louder than it needed to be. I apologize. I look forward to seeing you get on stream and on Twitch and editing your novel. County Square says, hey, what's up? What are you working on? 31 Days of Narratemes. The Wolf Chicken, I am not convinced that she talks to chat during writing. She is pretty engrossed. And that is by design so that my OCD isn't triggered. The Wolf Chicken, I love this candid look into writing. It makes me laugh because how many times do I cuss at my computer during writing? This is writing in its rawest form. Also, the humming is a nice touch. Okay, so the humming and the singing to myself, I get songs stuck in my head, and I am a performer. I used to do theater. I used to want to be an actor and things of that nature. And I do still perform some of my stories, my Wonder Tales. I actually have to email somebody about that by May 1st. Yeah, I have until May 1st to submit my date thing for that. Okay, that's cool. I'm on track for that. That is on my calendar. Good to go. So that's a Tuesday that's due. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That'll work out. So, yeah, I get songs stuck in my head, and I can't help but humming and singing them, which I feel isn't as much infringing on copyright as playing music, and it's just a natural thing to do. I got that song by the Beatles, When I'm 64, will you still love me, will you still need me, when I'm 64, stuck in my head. And then today's my birthday, and also Daniel Striped Tiger's birthday, so I've had the Mr. Rogers song, Special, You Are My Friend, You're Special to Me, stuck in my head as well. And the swearing, I'm a sailor, what can I say? The Wolf Chicken, she even opens containers with her teeth. She is my twin. You know what? Talenti has that plastic wrap around the top, and usually there's those little double perforated lines so you can just open it up like a tab, but sometimes they don't have the perforations. It's like hit or miss whether or not they have perforations, and then just teeth all the way. The Wolf Chicken, I just realized how creepy I sound. I knew what you meant. You know, open containers with your teeth, twin. That's not as creepy, because you weren't saying that, you know, like woman after your own heart or anything. You were just saying twin, like that's a bonding thing, that we're not scared to open food containers with our teeth. The Wolf Chicken, you should link your YouTube channel on your Twitch page. I have no idea how to find it. bit.ly/rosejermusic. So here, let me go back to screen sharing for a second. So if I type in bit.ly/rose, capital R, capital J, Jermusic, my name is my handle everywhere. That sends you right to my YouTube page, and you'll see here that I'm live now. So today's live stream is right here, and then I make playlists. All these ASMR playlists are me reading aloud things that I've already written, already published. Because you're not supposed to have your work previously published when you submit to most places, which makes that frustrating. I have no idea how to find it. I watched the beginning of your video from yesterday and you mentioned it. Actually, never mind. I just saw the video with the link. I was expecting it to look differently. Oh, well, some things look different and some things don't. It's there as an ongoing archive. Here on Twitch, I'm looking at the screen now, and there's the 20 videos. Did I go back to not sharing my screen? No, I have. It says on the Twitch page that I have 20 videos here, but all 100 will be saved in that playlist on YouTube. The Wolf Chicken says, I am working on my 4th novel, First Fantasy. I usually write sci-fi. Cool. Congratulations on having successfully completed multiple novels. I am already very happy that you're in the chat right now. I am a super lover of storytelling and books, but new to writing. I have only been writing for a few years. If you've only been writing for a few years and have already written 3 novels, come on. Come on. You're not that new to writing. Come on. Maybe writing publicly. I have only been writing for a few years. I sometimes submit parts of stories to the Discord channel. Oh, the Discord channel, where I found your Twitch announcement. My Twitch announcement. Okay, now I'm going to have to check out the Discord channel, make a note to myself for that. Discord channel. Or my Twitch announcement. Interesting. I don't really have any questions, but I am happy that I found your stream. Great. I just completed the chapter that I was working on, taking a break and then getting back to it. Nice. You love zombies. You have a ton of writing #life goals. Oh my goodness. Oh. You can't whisper me. People whisper me all the time. How's that going on? All right, but you put it in the chat, the Discord link. Great. You love zombies. The zombies are very much just an atmospheric world-building element of that story. It's... Janie is... okay. Roast. So the wolf chicken, I want to make sure that I say things in a way that if somebody is watching this as a replay, they're not completely lost. So the wolf chicken was expecting my YouTube channel to look differently. It does not, because it's a simultaneous broadcast. The only thing really different is the info box below the YouTube videos will generally have a link to my work and such. The wolf chicken is on his 4th novel, this one a fantasy after 3 sci-fi novels, and says they're new to writing, but come on, you're on your 4th book. That's not that new. You got this. And today, Wolf Chicken completed a chapter and taking a break. And Wolf Chicken loves zombies. I'm not a huge fan myself. I'm not a huge fan. I wanted to write a zombie novel that was not really a zombie novel. Actually, the original title for this book, because I wanted it to be a rom-com about all sorts of undead creatures and interacting with humans, and the original title for that book was going to be Friends Don't Let Friends Date the Undead. But and I still want to use that title for a project because it's such a good title, that Friends Don't Let Friends Date the Undead. Come on, that's so good. So I am going to use that at some point, and that title will probably be used for a paranormal rewrite of How I Met Your Mother, the good parts version of How I Met Your Mother, rewritten to be paranormal and just yeah. So, but Sally Forth is the name of the institute that they work at. It's kind of their firehouse station, the central firehouse. Because they're the zombie hunting equivalent of firefighters. Like, when you're reading about a firefighter, you're not... like, the fire isn't usually a character. That's very rare in in literature having to do with firefighters. It's usually an element. It's usually some kind of symbol for something else. And so the zombies are just kind of be more atmospherically in there, but they're not central to the story. The sister relationships of Ruth having just killed her sister Janie so that she won't turn into a zombie, of the relationship between Janie and Taylor, who had crushes on each other before Janie died, and so Janie's a ghost. So now she and Taylor, they both still have crushes on each other, and Taylor is this really super, super girly werewolf, and it's just... And Janie also, because of the exact circumstances under which she was beheaded, is stuck quoting Ghostbusters because I needed something ridiculous, and I just always wanted to write something where a character was only communicating by quoting Bill Murray, and only quoting Ghostbusters seemed a good fit for the story. The wolf chicken attempted to whisper to me to give me the link to Discord because I did not know what that was, and they shared that in the chat instead. Wolf Chicken, we have a tab where anyone on Twitch with the quote-unquote magic hashtag gets announced. we have a tab where anyone on Twitch with the magic hashtag gets announced. I have the magic hashtag. Where did that happen? I don't know which one. What? I'm gonna have to check that out. Discord is a voice platform for gamers, but it is also used as a chat platform. Cool. The Wolf Chicken. I am old. I can't use technology yet. Well, I turned 30 today, and I can barely figure out technology half the time. I only was able to figure out this dual cast streaming thing from somebody who popped into the chat on YouTube once upon a time. The Wolf Chicken says, thanks so much for the stream and the chat afterward. Glad you enjoyed it. And Wolf Chicken also says, it is a good title. That's right. Friends Don't Let Friends Date the Undead is a very, very good title. I'm very pleased with it. All right. So that's Twitch comments at the moment. Double checking YouTube. Anything new here? It does not appear so. Double checking my YouTube dashboard again, because sometimes as I'm streaming it likes to split things up. All right, so that is the last of the comments. The very loud music, I need to fix the volume on my phone. The very loud music that came from my phone for a second is an alarm. Shouldn't have been that loud. Interesting. Our alarm is one of the many alarms I set for myself. I have set for myself throughout my day to help me be aware of the passing of time. People lose track of time because they're focused on something else. We can't be thinking about time all the time. That's ridiculous because time is an imposed construct anyway. But time passes and we're trying to get things done in a certain amount of time, so you need awareness somehow. And when you have OCD, that's much harder to manage because the O, as an obsessive of OCD, means that once you've got a thought in your head, you're just thinking about that thing continuously, nonstop, all engrossing. And you know what you're not doing when that shit goes down? Time management. So I have alarms on my phone for that, and the alarm that went off was the one that told me, all right, now you gotta be aware that you should be looking to help close out the chat. The Wolf Chicken. I did not see open comments on your YouTube, by the way. The chat is open. If you go here, so this is the page for the morning writing. Someone is watching. Let's see, top chat, live chat. No one has left a comment at the moment, but it's there. It is open. It is available for people to chat on YouTube. Off to the side. Wolf Chicken. I did not see open comments. Like there was nowhere to leave. Again, never mind. Found it. Off to the side. No worries. No worries. You don't have to apologize for getting lost with the interwebs. The interwebs are a huge and confusing place. It happens. All right. So, I believe now that we are in the wrap-up portion. And, yeah. Yeah, this is the official wrap-up. And the official wrap-up goes a little like this. Thank you very much for joining me today. I've been Rose Drew Music, your live stream writing accountability partner. I'm here every morning from 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for 2 hours of live stream writing accountability, followed by a Share What You Did wrap-up chat, where I briefly summarize what I got done in case you weren't reading or watching along with me as I was going, and I respond to all comments made in the chats of both YouTube and Twitch that were made during the live stream. And yeah, you can have me open in a separate window, separate tab as white noise as though we were in a digital shared workspace, or you can of course read or write along with me. And I would love to talk to you in the future about your writing process, my writing process, the creative process in general, any questions, concerns, or comments about your projects or my projects. I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you very much for joining me today. Good journey, my friends.